to the Home Care Breakthrough Solutions Revenue Accelerator Program. Hey guys, it's Greg Mazza with Home Care Breakthrough Solutions, and welcome to the next episode of our Revenue Accelerator Program. So today we're talking about a topic that, man, this is something that I know frustrates so many home care owners, and the reason is that it's a big problem, almost an epidemic. And what am I talking about? I am talking about caregivers not having enough of them. The turnover ratio for caregivers in 2017, according to Home Care Pulse, was 66.7%. Imagine that in an entire year you turn over 2/3 of your workforce. That's crazy. It's crazy. And the trend has continued to go up. So I know this because there's people in our Facebook group that consistently, not complain, but express their frustrations about the caregiver turnover rate and how much it impacts their business. According to Home Care Pulse, as of their latest survey, the lifetime value of a caregiver is $12,251. The lifetime value of a caregiver for leaders in the industry is $12,251. So having caregivers is important, don't you think? Right? So the reality is there's something I want you guys to understand. If you can figure out how to solve this problem, the last thing that you want to do is to say no to a case. If you say no to a case, you're costing your company money. You're costing your company money. So you have to put energy and attention into this. And I know that this is a problem nationwide. All right. Now, I'm not saying this to say that we're amazing or we're awesome. In our business, it wasn't a big problem. And the reason I don't think it was a big problem is, one, I came from a recruiting background. So I used to be a recruiter for many years before we owned our home care business. So I think the skills and the stuff that I learned from doing that helped us. And then there's 5 tips that I'm going to share with you guys today that will help you get to a place where you can have a big enough bench in your business. Now, I talk a lot about revenue acceleration, but I know if you cannot staff your cases, you are stunting your growth, and we don't want to do that. So let's talk about the 5 tips for you guys, all right? I'm just scratching the surface. This is one of the topics that we're going to be covering in our Home Care Breakthrough Intensive that we're doing later this year in October. So we're going to be doing that in Atlanta, and we're going to go really deep on this topic because I know how important it is for my group and my people and my clients, and they really want to know this information. So come to the live event. We're going to talk some of these details and really go deep on how do you do all of this stuff. So first things first, you have to have a bench, okay? Don't just hire when you think you are going to maybe need someone. The last thing you want to do is turn down a case. You're better off investing money. I know that you're going to lose some people. It's possible, right? It's this recruiting and sales. You have to constantly do that. So you always need to have a bench, even if it means you lose some folks. Because guys, even if you lose them, it doesn't mean you've lost them forever. You can always circle back to them and say, hey, listen, we hired you, you went through the process. I know that you ended up taking another job because at that time we didn't get you something quick enough. But listen, we've got a great opportunity. Would you consider coming back to us? Okay? I'm not saying that's going to work all the time, but it can. So it's not a total loss. But I'd much rather lose a little bit of money with my recruiting and hiring costs and run that risk than to say no to a case. Okay, because maybe you're saying no to a case that could be worth way more than $12,000, $15,000. Gosh, if it's a 24-hour case and you can't staff it, do you know how much you just cost your company by not being able to do it? So number 1, always have a bench, guys. Number 2, you have to have someone on your team that has the ultimate responsibility for hiring. Okay? We got to a place where we knew I need 3 hires a week. All right, because I'm going to lose some folks and we're going to get cases and we're going to make that happen. Because if you're always out selling and marketing, which is what we teach how to do the right way, then you're going to need to have someone that is fully responsible for a certain amount of hires per week. They have that job. You talk about it. It's in their job description. We set up in our business bonuses. So if the company grew, their bonus was tied to this KPI, and we would track it and we would measure it. So you want to track this and make it someone's responsibility and reward them for doing their job, all right? So that's number 2, is make sure you have someone that's got sole responsibility for this that you can hold accountable to that function. Number 3, this one's a little bit more difficult. It's not the easiest thing to do. You know, most of you, you're in a location and that's it, it's set. Some of you that are watching this might be moving soon. You want to start thinking about this. We were very conveniently located by some interstates and then some major roads, because I know some people do not like driving in interstates, but many people do. So you can literally get to our office from almost anywhere in the county within 20 minutes. No traffic, okay? So you want to be in a convenient location where it's easier for your caregivers to get to, and maybe even be close to an area where you know that there's a lot of caregivers that are in the surrounding areas. So if they're closer to you, come on, let's be honest guys, some of your caregivers don't want to drive 30 minutes to go to a case. So they probably don't want to drive 30 minutes to go to you. So make sure you're in a convenient location. Number 4, you've got to cast a wide enough net. What do I mean by that? You have to have enough hooks in the water so you're attracting enough caregivers into your business. If you're not doing that, then and you just have just like one net that's working, or 2 nets that, or 2 hooks in the water, you should have 5 hooks in the water. And yes, once again, there's a little bit of expense associated with some of these things, but some of them not so much. Start to leverage some of the resources that are available to you, and some of the stuff that we teach at our program is how to do this with little to minimal cost. So you can start casting a wide enough net, and if you have one person that got that as their primary responsibility, every week they're doing these things to drive applicants. So when you cast a wide enough net, you're gonna have a higher probability of having caregivers, okay? And number 5, write better recruiting ads. Don't be like every other company where it's like, oh, CNAs and home health aides, and we've got this, and this. You wanna make it compelling. You want to talk about how this is going to benefit them. They don't care that you've been in business 20 years. They don't care so much about all those things. You want to make it compelling, so you talk about like how this will benefit them. Maybe you have flexible schedules. Maybe, you know, you really want to get to the root of why they would be interested in working, 1, in home care, and 2, for your company. All right, and when you know how to write the right recruiting ads, which is another topic we're going to go over, you're going to start to attract more people in your business, and you're going to have a bigger bench. So when the time comes and you get that 24-hour case, you're ready to staff it. That is my tip. I hope this helps. I hope these 5 steps help you in building a bigger bench in your business, because I know if you want to scale your business, you need to know how to do this. So guys, please, I encourage you, for the sake of your business, please come to our live event that we're going to be doing later this year. I don't have it posted yet, but I will. I'll get you the details of it. Just look below, you'll see a link. We do an early bird special, so lock in your seating. And we're going to be doing it in Atlanta in October. I'll get you all the details. Just look for the link below. It will help you scale and grow your business. That's the theme of the event. So thanks so much, and have an amazing day. We look forward to helping you guys achieve your next home care revenue breakthrough.